very physical. How you have to have players that is actually very, very physical to actually to be able to stand with all these FT guys that play in African football. But I want to just look at some few areas that Eric Chille can actually exploit and get past Rwanda. See, this guy need to beat Rwanda. There's no excuse for that. We cannot come here and defend him. If the team go and perform horrible in Kigali, he needs to play well. He needs to win the game. Even if he plays badly and win that game, we don't mind. But he needs to get that result. So I'm going to just start with this. Look at this was the first game for Rwanda. The reason why I went just like because their team changed. So I looked at the last 6 games they played. I did not consider the game they played against South Sudan in the CHAN qualifiers. I just did the 6 games they played in the AFCON qualifiers. So this is the game against Libya. What I want you guys to know is that this guy, this Rwanda, one thing that I see as a weakness with this team is that 1 beat 1, they are not there. If they see a striker that can actually take the ball and run towards them, they commit players towards that offensive player, and from there they leave gaps behind them. So, for example, now this game was against Libya in Tripoli. Immediately, the guy circled in red got the ball and dribbled past one Rwanda player. About 3 of them went there. From there, gap opened. That was how Rwanda considered their first goal in this AFCON qualifier, last AFCON qualifier. So when they see a striker trying to beat their player, they commit, they leave space behind, and that was how they actually considered that goal against Libya in Tripoli. So this is the first clip. Just be following me. You will see similar situations. So this was the game against Rwanda in Kigali for Nigeria. That was Lookman. Lookman picked the ball up in that midfield. Lookman went past like 2 or 3 players. Immediately, Lookman started running at them. They got confused. I chose that blue arrow there. That blue arrow there, there was a pass there for Victor Boniface. There was a pass there for Victor Boniface, but he ignored Victor Boniface because, if I just caused a similar goal against Benin Republic, he ignored Victor Boniface. He went, but, unfortunately, the goalkeeper actually saved. So what I just pick up basically is that this was similar to what happened against Libya for them. When they see a player running at them like this, they become so confused and they leave gaps behind, and at the end of the day, we didn't punish them based on this, but this is one of their weaknesses. When you can carry the ball and face their diamond midfield, especially if you go at their defensive midfielder, that's their captain, they get confused. And from there, they leave gaps behind, though we didn't punish them based on this ball. This was the first goal against Benin Republic. Benin Republic, we have to give them their flowers. They are very strong in set pieces. If you watch them against Nigeria too, they also, they are very good in set pieces. So they score this set piece against what? Against Rwanda. But this was one of the key features of that game too. I think Genetro too, a very good tactician himself, if a very good guy that knows exactly the weakness of his opposition. So many times in this game, Benin Republic against Rwanda, you will see the Benin Republic guys taking on the Rwandans, committing them. So they were causing them problems by trying to dribble them. Benin Republic was trying to go after them, making Rwanda to commit. In all honesty, they lost this game by 3-0. So this was just a typical example. They were going with Olaiton. They were going with those their tricky wingers. They were going with them. They were dribbling They were dribbling the Rwandan players. They were committing players. They were committing fouls. They were leaving gaps behind. And that was one of the things that Benin actually was used for them. They lost this game by 3-0. This was another one. So you can see that was Olatunji. That was Latunji. You can see, if you see this game very well, it was similar to the goal that Chukwueze was scored to against them in Uyo. So they committed to the guy. You know, when you face their defenders like this, they are not good with the legs. You know, in all honesty, what stands out for them basically is that when you cross the ball, they can repel it. When they come, they challenge you. You know, like what you guys were saying, like Taiwo Okwade, what you were saying that, oh, we need physical players. They are comfortable with the physical players because they can go in that physical battles with you. When you cross the ball, they are there. When you cross the ball, they are there. They can tackle you with those, you know, when you come to them physically. But the issue is this: just play the ball on the ground. Try and go after them. Try and actually dribble them. That's actually what their major weakness. So this was their second goal. This was the second goal for Benin Republic against Rwanda. And so they're just trying to commit them and everything. And this. So I'm going to go to the goalkeeper later. So this was the goal too. So, and if you see this team very well, you can see that the captain, anytime the Benin Republic, they look for a way to take their captain is like the shield in front of the defense. So anytime that they want to exploit Rwanda, they look for a way to take their captain out. Can you see? The captain was out of position. The same thing too. You can see that was the third goal for Benin Republic. The captain too out of position. Yeah, out of position too. So, so one thing about them is that they like to play long balls. They like these pressing balls and everything. But the moment you start going after them, trying to dribble them, they commit, then it's going to be a big problem for Rwanda. So this was the return leg between Benin Republic and Rwanda. This is Rwanda. This was their captain that plays for Augsburg. Can you see? The same thing too. It was trying to dribble. It was trying to dribble the three defenders. So indirectly, they were focused on just one ball. Those ones were focused on one ball. They were not tracking the runners, the Benin Republic runners. And that was how Benin Republic scored their first goal in their away game. Can you see? 3 of them were focused on just one player. The 2 guys, number 18 and number 8, were already trying to make runs on the blind side. So the major problem they have is that the over concentration of they concentrate themselves on when they see that there's a danger, there's a guy trying to dribble them, they overload that area. But if you are a very good dribbler and a very smart passer, my brother, with these people will suffer. So you can see this. This was the captain again. Can you see? The captain again was actually what they took the captain again out of the game. This was Libya against Rwanda in Kigali. They took the captain out of the game, and the rest is history. So immediately they start running at them. They were confused. They don't know exactly what to do, and this was the goal. Libya beat Rwanda in Kigali by 1-0. So Libya went to go and beat them in their own ground, though. So for me, I just think that that's one of the secrets. We have better players than Rwanda. We have players that can take them on. We have better dribblers. It's just to have the art. For me, when I saw Moses Simon trying to cross the ball, and this thing trying to cross the ball to Osimhen, cross the ball to Boniface, no plan to dribble these guys, to go past them, no plans to make sure that they wet their pants, no plans, it's really, really a big shame, and you can see that immediately that guy entered the box, 2 of them went past him, went with him, and they actually was scored. Libya scored through this. So this was Samuel Chukwueze. And you see, I think you also realize that he picked the ball from the midfield, he dribbled nearly all of them. The moment they realized that Chukwueze is handing the ball, all of them went for Chukwueze. He dribbled them, he actually was caught. So the secret to beating this Rwanda team is that one, try and look for a way to take their captain out of the game, and secondly, two, try and beat them 1v1. Try and beat them 1v1, 1v1, 1v1. And I think that at the end of the day, I hope that Eric Chille also was, observing all these things. I hope that the team can actually play well, because these guys who are better than them, in all honesty. I hope that we have the art to take them on and also beat them. Crossing the ball, like we see on that house in the Gavon, crossing the ball. For me, I think we have better players than to be crossing the ball and be playing long ball. We have players that can take these guys on, that can split their defense. We have players that can actually do that one. We have players that can press them on the ball, that can run past them. We have players like that. I think this is now time for Eric Chille, the current Super Eagles coach, to actually unleash these guys on our World Cup our World Cup qualifiers foes. And my brother, if Eric Chille got it right, I'm pretty sure that Eric Chille will beat Rwanda and Zimbabwe. And I'm going to post the link for contributors. Guys, please, when you want to contribute, make it very snappy, please. If anybody is going to join, make it very snappy. If nobody joins, I end the meeting straight away. So I'm not taking comment from this abandoned again. She says, so that is actually what I hope he gets this right. And if you listen to Eric Chille's interview during the AFCON draws, he said that I'm not comfortable with crossing the ball alone. It's time to unleash this thing. So if you look at his interview on what's it called during the AFCON draws, he wants to win this game, but he said that there will be more changes to his call up in June and September, but he will still call some of the guys that played the last AFCON qualifiers to come and play this one. They need to now prove to him, just want to change some few things. They need to prove to him that he can actually perform well. Then we'll now look for how to change the team. So this game against Rwanda, he's already had his own game plan. According to report, he's already had his own game plan, and he already communicated his game plan with the key members of the national team. So he already communicated his game plan with key members of the national team. So it's just for them to interpret it and know exactly, this is what we want to do. This is what Rwandans are good at. This is how we can actually exploit them. And this is how we can actually win. So for me, I think that if he gets everything right, we'll be smiling next month. No, not next month, sorry. I think we're still in January. We'll go with smiling in 2 months' time, when we take on Rwanda in Kigali. For me, I think it's the most important game in the qualifier series. A win against Rwanda in Kigali, I think we are back on track. We're going to be having 6 points, no matter the result between South Africa and Lesotho, no matter the result between Zimbabwe and Benin Republic, we'll be having 6 points. So, which I think that that's going to be the first win. And if you can beat Zimbabwe too, that's going to be 9 points. At least we have some points on this thing. So that is that. So next month, okay, we don't enter February, okay. So that is that. So let me just take some quick comments too. See, I don't want to go into conversation with this person. See, don't say it's next month. Thank you. So if you want to join,